G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be testing the Protee VX with TaylorMade PIX golf balls versus regular TaylorMade golf balls. There's been a lot of conversation online about whether the Protee VX needs these PIX golf balls to actually pick up on shots and register them correctly versus using a regular ball like this with no markings on it. I've even thought this myself. I do, because I'm using this technically outside of the limits recommended by Protee. They recommend 10 to 9 feet, so optimally 10 feet or 3 meters. They say you can use it below 9 feet. I'm using it at just over 8 foot 8 inches. And according to their website, I don't have to use a TaylorMade PIX ball to get accurate data. However, if you read through some of the forums, you dig through some of the forums online, a lot of people do say using something like a TaylorMade PIX ball is going to help the unit register shots correctly. And I'm talking about spin and spin axis. Today, what I thought I'd do is put up a TaylorMade PIX ball versus a standard TaylorMade TP5X. These are both TP5X golf balls. And the reason I wanted to do this versus using a Pro V1 was because I wanted to keep the exact same ball. It's just one has the markings on. So I'm going to be able to compare the data of both of these golf balls and go head to head. Are we going to see a difference? Are we going to see the unit struggle with a golf ball with no markings on it? For this test, I'm not going to aim anything at the unit itself. So a lot of people say online, if you are using a regular golf ball like a TaylorMade or like a Pro V1, if you put the logo facing the unit, it helps the unit lock onto shots and therefore it will read the spin better. I'm just going to be throwing the golf ball down. Wherever it lands is how I'm going to hit it. This is an old PIX ball. I'm going to get a brand new PIX ball out of the box, and so we'll be testing a brand new PIX ball versus a brand new TaylorMade TP5X. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start by just doing some regular chip shots, and these are going to be just standard chip shots, and then we'll move into pitching wedge, 7-iron, 4-iron, and finally driver. Okay, so I'm out here at GS Pro, just on the GS Pro driving range, and I'm just going to start off by hitting these chip shots. I'm just going to go for about 10 yards carry in my sim room. Okay, that was a little short. That was 7.8 yards. So I'll go a little bit harder. That one there, we'll have a look at the spin, 3,100, ball speed of 20.6, spin axis, a baby draw. We'll go again. Okay, that was 12 yards carry, 4,100 backspin, 26 ball speed, and a baby fade. Okay, 11 yards carry, 3,900 backspin, and yeah, we'll check all this data. What I'll do is I'll hit 5 shots with each ball. You can see the speed that this unit just registers shots. It's just incredibly quick. Okay, that is 5 shots using the PIX ball. I'm now just going to have a look at that data, and I'll bring that up so you guys can see it as well. So that is the data on those little 10-yard-ish carry chip shots. I will now clear that off, and I will do the regular TaylorMade TP5X non-PIX. Okay. Just going to do what I feel like is the exact same shots. I'm not going to orientate the ball anyway. That was a little bit too hard. We'll go a little bit softer. 3,800, 25 ball speed. 4,200 spin, 26 ball speed. I'll just do one more shot. I'll go for a little bit of a shorter shot, because I did have one at 7.8 yards. There you go. That one's at 9 or 10 yards carry. Right. Let's have a look at the data between those. I have got the shots up on this other screen from, I'll pull these up now. Okay, so looking at those shots, we've had an average ball speed with the regular ball, 24.8. We've had 24.47. Carry distance of 12, carry distance of 11.45. The spin numbers, 3,779 versus 3,783. So very, very similar. We had one at 4,100 with the PIX ball. We had one at 4,200 with the regular ball. So all of that looks pretty similar between the two. Vertical launch angles were very similar, around 30, and they're around 30. So yeah, all of that data to me looks very, very similar. Let me know your thoughts. Side spin, I mean, yeah, they're both, oh, looking at the PIX ball, it was a lot tighter for side spin. Okay, so that is the chip shot. Let's go back to 60 yards now. To me, from that range, I'd say, look, they're very, very similar. It'd be hard to say that I'm seeing anything different. The longer shots, though, we might see a discrepancy. We don't know. Technically, with my roof height, according to Protee, there shouldn't be any issues using a regular golf ball. All right, 67-yard carry. Oh, that was 60. It's got to go. 71. Come on, 67 yards as a feel. Not bad, 63. What's that, 8,657 for spin? 8,600-ish for spin there. There's your 67 carry. 8,770 for the spin. 64 yards carry. We've had 8,600 call it for spin. Okay, let's switch over to the regular non-PIX ball now. And we'll just try to do the exact same thing. That was a nice shot. Pretty good. That was a really nice shot. So the numbers look pretty consistent there. 3 nice ones in a row. Oh, that was a bad swing. A little bit left. Closed club face at impact. We'll go one more. And not a bad shot to finish. Okay, let's have a look at those because I'm pretty interested to see if there's a discrepancy. So I will move the other ones back on screen. Okay, so we had for ball speeds around that 62.5 for the regular ball. For the PIX version, 61, so I hit them a little bit softer. Looking at the spin numbers, so the PIX ball with backspin was 8,650 versus 8,852, so it makes sense that the non-PIX ball spun a little bit more because I was hitting them a bit harder, so that checks out. Looking at the side spins, both of them seem to be, I mean, pretty close. I've had one 300 right, 100 right, 128 left with the PIX version, and then the non-PIX version, I hit pretty consistent all draws. I mean, only slight draws. And then looking at all the other data, VLA is close to 30, VLA's close to 30, a little bit higher with the non-PIX ball. But I mean, the backspin numbers are consistent across both devices. Okay, let's go to pitching wedge now. We'll start with the PIX ball. Oh, not a nice strike. That was, I mean, it's worked out. It's a pretty good shot, really. 8,000 spin. You can see that strike on the replay. What I now love is that I can say I've hit a bad strike and you guys can actually see that. Okay, that was a little better. So we've had 8,238 spin there. Ball speed 107. So yeah, all that data looks pretty good. A little bit of a draw. Might have been slightly toe side still. Yeah, it was only just. Pretty good shot. Oh, again, not the best strike. We've had 8,000 spin. Again, it was a bit of a toe strike there. That was a better strike. Okay, 8,300 for the spin. 107 ball speed. I mean, all that data looks pretty good there. So that's probably going to be the shot to compare against, because that was a solid shot. So 8,300 RPM. I'll hit one more. That was a really nice shot as well. Flush that. Higher ball speed, 8,400, almost 8,500. Okay, that is 5 shots with the PIX ball. Let's do the exact same now with the normal TaylorMade. Now it says 9 iron, but it is a pitching wedge, and that number there will have no outcome on the actual shot. It's just all for post. It's for GS Pro's, you know, data collection. It's not going to affect the metrics at all. Okay, regular TaylorMade TP5X. That was flush. That was a really nice shot. 8,680 for the spin there. That's interesting. That's actually spun more than the PIX ball. I did hit it, I mean, perfectly in the middle of the club. Look at that. 1 mil to the right and 2 mils high. So, oh, 1 mil to the left, sorry. That was such a good strike. Oh, that was thin. That wasn't a good strike. You can see there, spin 8,049. I definitely hit that off the bottom of the club. And you can see that there, very low. 12 mils low. All right, let's try hit some solid shots. Towed it. 8,800 for the spin number. So I don't know. I don't know. So far, the regular golf ball, I don't seem to be having different numbers with. Okay. Decent strike. 8,600 for the spin. I mean, if anything, I know my strikes are a little bit different. The normal ball seems to be higher spin numbers. That was nice. Okay. So off similar strikes, we saw 8,200 spin there. And I mean, that looks like my baseline reference shot. And yeah, so the spin numbers are pretty much identical. I can't see any issues or outliers by using the normal TP5X. If anything, I thought it would spin, like if it missed it, lower, but it seems to be, if anything, higher. Okay. Right. Let's look at the data. So we have had ball speeds 107, call it, and 10. Look at the ball speeds. They are identical between both. So 106.84, 106.86. The backspin with the TP5 PIX balls, TP5X PIX balls, averaged out to be 8,218, and the deviation is quite tight on those. Looking at the spin from the regular TP5X ball, we've had 8,500, so it's actually a higher spin. And looking at the deviation, and it all depends on strike, and I'm only hitting 5 or 6 shots, but I mean, arguably the regular ball is actually spinning a little bit more than the PIX ball. I mean, that is not what I expected. Okay, looking at side spin there, you've got all your side spin numbers, both of them pretty much the same. Vertical launch are both 25, peak heights 109, 110. So yeah, very, very comparable data. The only difference I'm seeing is spin slightly higher on the TP5X standard version, so non-PIX. Okay, let's hit some 7 irons now. Okay, I don't think I can hit one better than that. That was absolutely pounded. We've had 128 ball speed, 5,800 spin. I mean, that's a perfect high draw. We'll go again. I'm not going to hit one that good again. Yeah, that was towed. That was 6,200. You can see the strike, slightly toe side, just opening the face. Oh, again, that was a horrible strike. 6,400 spin. Okay, let's hit it better. Come on, you're better than that. That was better. That was flush. Okay, that is going to be the baseline shot. 5,900 for the spin. 127 ball speed, call it. I mean, slightly into out. That is a baseline shot. Okay, it was a little bit thin. Maybe slightly out the toe. That's a really good shot though. Watch this. Go! 5,700 for spin. You can see, where did I actually hit that heel side. That's incredible. You learn so much when you actually see the shot. I mean, I thought I hit that toe side. That's incredible. Let's now hit the standard ball and we will see how we go. So I'd expect to see around 5,800 for spin. Oh, okay. We've had a misread. That is very clearly and evidently a misread. 4,482. And I have to be completely honest when I say this. I have never, when using a PIX ball, seen that happen. And that was the first shot with a 7-iron. I've never seen that happen with a PIX ball, ever. So that, and look at the carry distance. It's just thrown it completely out. So we've had a 100% misread on the backspin number. So I think that, well, there is something to it because I've never seen that. Oh, not the best strike. The spin was correct though. So the spin was correct. You can see I've had my duff toe shot, but the spin was correct. Oh, I left the face open. Good ball speed, good spin numbers. That's what I would expect from that shot. That was perfect. That was such a nice shot. Best shot of the day. Good ball speed, good spin. I mean, that read perfectly. These TaylorMade TP5X balls, they are such a quick golf ball. It is incredible. Okay, not a bad shot to finish on. Right. We've got a little bit to talk about because we definitely saw a misread in that set of 5. So pulling up the data, we had the obvious misread of 4,400 backspin. Now, that's a round wrecker. What is going to happen with that is exactly like you can see, all of the other data is good, but that spin number is going to cause an increase in carry distance. I'm going to say, what, 10, maybe 12 yards? So because of that, we have just sailed. We've just flown over a green. It's essentially a flyer. We've essentially hit a flyer with that shot. So we're missing the green. We're going way long, potentially out of bounds, potentially in a hazard. So there is something to it. I have never seen that with a PIX ball. I can hand on heart, I've never seen that with a PIX ball. So there is something to this. And look, the other shots with the 7-iron were very consistent and they read correctly. But maybe with a normal regular golf ball, if the unit just doesn't have that data, it doesn't have that reference point on the golf ball, you know, be it the logo or something, potentially that's where it does struggle to capture the correct backspin. What I'll say though, is I am running this unit below the recommended limits for ceiling height. So be aware that I am doing that. Let's look at ball speed. So ball speeds were pretty similar. I smashed some with that regular TP5X. Spin rates, you can see the spin rates are wrong with the regular ball just because of that one shot. If we delete that shot out, just do this for data's sake. If we delete that shot out, we are getting 6,200, call it, and yeah, around 6,000 for the backspin numbers with the PIX ball. So without that shot, all of the other data looked really good. It's just that backspin. I mean, yeah, there is definitely something to this. And now I've seen that, I will not be using a normal golf ball. I will be using a PIX ball in my environment. Now, it's not to say you are not going to get away with using normal golf balls. Potentially you can. Potentially this is something that they're going to fix in a software update. But it is good to see that. It's good to capture that data so I can be aware. And I know now that even though it's one shot, it's going to pop up at the wrong time. Okay, let's hit some 4-irons and let's see how we go. Oh no, not the best shot. Not the best strike. It was actually a really good shot. I definitely hit it toe side, duffed it a little bit. But the actual shot was okay. Okay, 3,300 RPM. That was a nice shot. I mean, I punched that. That was smashed. 4,100 for the backspin, or for the total spin and the backspin. And look at that. That was almost perfect. It was slightly high. Oh, that was the best 4-iron I've hit in a very long time. Honestly, that was such a nice shot. That swing felt so pure. Where did I hit that? That's got to be good. Oh, it's saying I've hit it slightly heel side. I mean, honestly, that felt like the best 4-iron I've hit in a long time. Oh, I hit that so far out the heel, that was almost a shank. Let's have a look at the video replay. Look at that. That is not good. Close to a shank. 4,000 spin. We'll leave it in. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. 3,500 for the backspin. Okay. That is the PIX golf ball with the 4-iron. And let's now swap over to the regular TaylorMade. And let's hopefully hit some 4-irons like we just hit. Because I absolutely mashed a couple of those. Oh, that was nice. 3,600 for the backspin. I mean, the ball speed's there. Hit it pretty good. Just potentially left the face slightly open, maybe? Yeah, face was slightly open. Okay. Good opening shot, though. That was flush. That was hammered. 144 ball speed. I mean, these P770 long irons are just a joke. 3,700 spin, so that looks good. That was hammered. 3,900 backspin. I mean, that all looks good. Oh, I just cut that a little bit. But the spin rates look good. The ball speeds look good. Not a bad shot to finish. 3,500, so I mean the spin numbers look good. So yeah, very interesting. I'm still thinking about that 7-iron I hit. Let's have a look at the data. So it does say 7-iron there still, but it was a 4-iron. So we'll look at the ball speeds. We had 141 versus 144. I mean, I smashed some of those with the regular ball. For the solid shots, the average has been brought down by that horrendous shot I hit with the PIX ball there, the almost shank. Let's look at backspin. So all of those with the regular average 3,750. The average with the PIX ball, 3,750. So they averaged pretty much the exact same. Even for side spin, they were both very similar apart from that horrendous shot that I hit. So all of the data there looks good. 15 for vertical launch versus 15.3. So, I mean, yeah, they both were fine with that set. So I think what's happening is it's going to be fine for most shots. But I do think you are going to get that sneaky one that's going to miss spin and it's just going to sail off into the sunset, and that'll be a round killer. So it might not be you know, consistently doing misreads with the regular ball, but I do think there's a chance that it can potentially do it. And for me, why not just eliminate that? But that's just in my environment. Let's hit some drivers and let's see how we go with the big dog. Again, we'll start with the PIX ball. Oh, that was bad. I just got so underneath that. 2,300 for total spin. Okay, not bad. That was even worse. I mean, that was a horrendous toe strike. 2,000 for the total spin. Okay, let me start hitting some decent drives so we can actually get some data, some usable data. Okay, not too bad. Left the face slightly open. 2,500 for the total spin. What I might do is obviously you've seen the shots, but I'm just gonna, just for data's sake, let me just delete those first two shots. And if I have any horrendous shots with the regular TP5X as well, I'll delete those shots as well. That was better. That was perfect. Okay, that is, I mean, that for me is a really good drive. So 2,200 for the spin. We've had 165 ball speed. Club speeds, I have said, club speeds with this unit for me seem to fluctuate. They don't seem to be consistent. Like, that is wrong, because what that's done is give me a smash factor of 1.55. The club speed for me on that shot was probably more around 112, if I was being honest. So let's actually do the math. 164.8 divided by 112 is 1.47. So to me, off that strike, it was more like 112 for a club speed. So yeah, club speeds to me need to be improved. And some shots will say 112, but it's just not, it's the only metric that isn't super consistent with this unit. Oh, that was absolutely smashed. See, look at that, 112. So that one there is correct. 112 club speed, 165 ball speed, 1.47 smash factor, 2,200 for the spin, 116 peak height. That is the perfect shot. That's the baseline. I mean, that is fantastic. If I could just hit every shot like that, that'd be quite nice. Okay, little low spin bomb. And to be fair, did I hit that toe, high toe? Yes, I did. So high toe, that's what I would expect. I'd expect the spin to come down. So all of that data to me looks good. No, that was a bad swing. I'll leave it in though. Not a good swing. 2,100 for the spin. 16 launch, I just got underneath it. Okay, let's try the regular TaylorMade TP5X. Oh, that was a high, horrible shot again. But 1,900 for the spin, so I mean, that checks out. Club speed looked good at least. That was pumped. Absolutely pumped. 2,200 spin, so that looks correct. Ball speeds look correct. Yeah, even club speeds are perfect. Oh, a little bit of a cut. But the data looks good. Club speed looks down to me. Club speed's incorrect. Spin rates look good. All of the other data looks good. Just the club speed. Oh, that was not a good swing. Spin rates are 2,000. Yeah. Ball speed looks good. Club speed looks good. Okay, let's hit one more driver with the regular ball. Oh, I just blocked it. 1,900 spin. 166 ball speed. I mean, that looks pretty good. So the only problem child we had was that 179. Let's just quickly compare that data. So ball speeds, 164, 164. Spin rate's 2,155 versus 2,083, so pretty much the same, 2,100. Side spin's a tough one to actually call because, I mean, it's a driver. We're not going to be that accurate with a driver, so it's really hard to call side spin, really with anything, to be honest, because we're not robots. VLA 14 versus 14. Peak heights 121 versus 115, so again, like they're pretty similar. I didn't have any issues with the driver, I've got to be honest. Okay, that is the test done, and I've got to say, the only problem we had was the 7-iron. And we had that one that had the 4,400 backspin, which caused essentially a flyer, and we carried it 190 yards, which is honestly a round killer. Would I say this unit has an issue using regular balls? In my environment, I mean, even though it was one shot out of however many shots I just hit, I'm going to say yes. For me personally, I don't want any of those. I've never seen that when using a PIX ball. I have got just over 8 foot 8 inch ceilings. So, I mean, to me, I'm going to use a PIX ball. And I play a TaylorMade TP5X ball outside anyway. So for me, there's no difference. I'm, I guess, lucky in that regard. Could you play a regular ball and face the logo to the unit if you're using this below recommended ceiling heights? I'd say yes. I'd say yes, you could, absolutely. What I just did in that test was just throw the ball down, and I didn't pay attention to where the logo was pointing. So even though it was only 1 7-iron, I'm not going to use normal balls with this unit. I'm going to personally use the PIX balls. Is that going to be the same for everybody? Potentially no. If you've got slower swing speed, you know, you don't hit it as far, those spin rates aren't going to affect you as much, but it's just going to be personal preference. It's going to be dependent on the individual. That's it for this video. What I'll do now is I'm just going to hit about 27 irons, so you can stay tuned. If you want to see if I have any more misreads, you can stay tuned. I'm going to try and replicate it. If not, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you sub, because that definitely helps out the channel. Okay, if you are sticking around, let's get a 7-iron back out, because I want to see if I can replicate this, because I didn't like that low spin bomb. So again, we'll use the TP5X ball without the PIX markings, and we'll see if we can replicate that low spin bomb. Okay, that seemed legit. 5,700. That was definitely legit. Let me try and place it to where there's nothing pointing towards the unit. That might almost help me get a misread. No, it picked up on it. So, I mean, it's definitely an anomaly, but like I said, I've never seen that with a PIX ball, so it just definitely raises alarm bells. All of these seem to be registering, no problem though. I'm trying to face it to where the unit is not seeing any logos. Oh, that was a bad strike. I'd say those spin numbers are legit. I just hit that really bad. That looks legit. I mean, 5.2, kind of low, but I mean, it's in the vicinity. It's not if it's below 5,000, that's when it's definitely been a misread. 5.8, I mean, that was a really nice shot. I mean, it doesn't look like I can get it to repeat. I'll keep going. 5.8. 6.1. I mean, I can't get this to replicate. It hasn't missed a shot. Go in. Go in. Oh, what a shot. That was not a good shot, but it's picked up the spin exactly how I would expect. I cannot get this to replicate. Potentially it was just a one-off anomaly. 5.9. I just can't get it to do it. I've got some real old golf balls. I have a real old Pro V1 where the logo's severely worn off. So let me see if I can get a low spin bomb with this ball. I mean, no. I can't get it to do it. I just cannot get it to misread. It's not going to do it. Okay. I'm going to call that test complete. I'm sweating like crazy. I hit quite a lot of shots there and I cannot get this thing to misread again. So yeah, maybe that shot was just an anomaly. I don't know, but it definitely happened. And so for me, I'm just going to go with PIX balls because it's never done that, but I couldn't get it to replicate. So even when I went to an old Titleist ball where the logos are like super faded. So yep, that's the test. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, leave them down below and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.